Hello guys, what is up? My name is MegaGamer and welcome to a new series I'm creating on YouTube that will hopefully last a very long time. It is called Everything Uncharted 4 and it is the series where I talk everything Uncharted 4 and beyond. Now, a couple of disclaimers I should make. If you went into this video thinking that Uncharted 4 has been announced, no, I'm sorry to inform it's not announced yet. So, sorry for getting you all excited if that's the case. But, so yeah, Uncharted 4 isn't announced yet, I should point that out. But I'm making this series because I am absolutely certain we are going to hear about it sometime this month or next month. Either at the PlayStation 4 Access event, you know, that event right before the launch of the PS4 where we're going to hear about some new PS4 games, or at the VGAs, which Naughty Dog has famously over the last few years announced their last 3 titles there. Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3, and The Last of Us. But today I want to spend the first episode just talking about my love for Naughty Dog games and why I'm doing this series, and just basically an introduction into the whole series. Episode 2 will be reserved for basically all the clues and all of the evidence, I guess, that I gathered up over the last few months maybe, basically to prove to you that Uncharted 4 does exist and it will be announced very soon. But let's just stick to episode 1 for now. So like I said, hi guys, I'm MegaGamer, and Everything Uncharted 4. What is Everything Uncharted 4, you ask? Well, as I said earlier, it's literally Everything Uncharted 4. All the rumors that I'm going to do in a couple of episodes, you know, the announcement, all the videos and trailers and clips and screenshots and all the gameplay, everything we see, pretty much all the little details and announcements about the game, everything up until its launch, and even after then, you know, depending on how well this series goes, I might even do, you know, alongside my playthrough, which I usually do playthroughs on YouTube if you didn't know. I could do full-out walkthroughs on every little bit of Uncharted, and I could do a bunch of online tips, that kind of deal. But I'm really excited, you know. Uncharted 4 definitely will be for PS4, since we know Naughty Dog's now working on their PS4 title. That has to be Uncharted 4. So we know Uncharted 4, if it does get announced this month or next month, well, I'm going to say for the purposes of my confidence in it being announced, it will be announced this month or this next month. It will definitely be for PlayStation 4, there's no question about it, because Naughty Dog are done with the PS3. Besides some Last of Us DLC, they just finished the port for Uncharted 3's multiplayer. Again, more of that in the next episode. They're just doing 2 more DLCs for The Last of Us, and they're finished with the PlayStation 3. Kind of sad, but also exciting, because you finally get to see what they're going to do with the next generation of consoles, or the PlayStation 4, and I'm so excited. Naughty Dog are going to do wonders with that machine, and I cannot wait. So hopefully the wait's up to next Friday even. There's a good chance Uncharted 4 can be announced next Friday. Again, more in the next video. I'm going to stop talking about this, because I'm just going to keep telling you to watch the next episode if I keep going on. So let's jump into this episode. Why am I doing this series? Why am I doing it before the game's announced? So basically, I'm a gigantic Uncharted fan. It is one of my favorite games of all time. Uncharted 2 and The Last of Us are like bouncing against each other for #1 spot of best game I've ever played. I cannot bloody decide. When The Last of Us first came out and I beat it for the first time, I said The Last of Us is the best game I've ever played. But now going back to the Uncharted mood, knowing that they're going to announce the new one really soon. Again, I'm just saying knowing for the purposes of my confidence. But, you know, I actually do not know if, you know, if you're watching this video, I actually have no idea whether they're going to announce it ever. I'm just saying this based on my confidence, so just keep that in mind. You know, don't take everything I say with a grain of salt in that regard, but I'm pretty damn sure we're going to hear about it really soon, Uncharted 4. What was I saying? But yeah, now that I'm getting back in the Uncharted mood, I'm kind of remembering how awesome Uncharted 2 is, and that and The Last of Us are bouncing off each other for place #1. It's really hard to pick right now, but that's just life, you know. You can't pick a #1, no matter what it is. But as I said, Uncharted is one of my favorite series ever, and believe it or not, when I started this YouTube channel back in April 2011, this was a few months after Uncharted 3 was already announced, I wanted to do a similar series with Uncharted 3, where I talked about everything involving Uncharted 3. And that was actually going to be the name as well. It was actually going to be called Everything Uncharted 3. The difference was that I thought it would be like, there would be 5 episodes during the whole course. And I would go into complete detail about every single thing in each episode. And episode 1 would cover months worth of news. And episode 2 would cover like all the E3 stuff. And then episode 3 would cover all the other conventions. Episode 4 would be like the last week before launch. Each episode would cover a huge amount of news. But I decided, it was already too late. Uncharted 3 has already been announced. There's already been a lot coming out. It's kind of hard to go back and remember every little piece of information they announced. So that's why I decided not to do it. And I said I was definitely going to do it for the next Uncharted, if that ever came out. Hence why I'm doing this now. So, Uncharted 4. Oh, fuck, I'm so excited. But, Uncharted 4 is going to be amazing. But, you're probably asking again, why did I decide to do this before the launch of Uncharted 4? I thought it would just be better to be safe and actually have this series kind of, I've got it down and it's already ready, completely ready to go once Uncharted 4 was announced. So I waited till the last minute, which I consider this the last minute, because Uncharted 4 is either going to get some sort of announcement or mention next week at that PlayStation 4 event, or it's going to get a full-out announcement for trailer and everything at the VGAs next month. I've been saying it all year. It's going to be a VGA reveal, just like the last 3 Naughty Dog titles. And when E3 came around, when all of that came around, I didn't really think they were going to announce Uncharted 4 at E3. I said there's a very slim chance, but in the end, I don't think it's going to happen. And it didn't happen, so there you go. But, Uncharted 4... Man, can't get over it. But yeah, so I decided it would be better to be safe and do it like at the last minute. But I was actually going to hold out a few more weeks before I did the series. But with all the Naughty Dog talk about them making a space game, which if you haven't already heard, it's completely false. Go on Twitter. I can't remember his name. Christoph Ballester, I believe it is. Sorry, I probably pronounced that wrong. The co-president of Naughty Dog. He basically debunked that rumor. There is no space game being made at Naughty Dog. No Starlight salvage. Is that what it's called? Starlights? What's it? Savage Starlight, that's what it's called. My apologies. But, yeah, because I had a website done for it. But apparently that's to do with the comic books. You know how they have the Last of Us comic books? I'll probably look it up and talk about it in the next episode. But for now, we're just going to stick with the intro. So that is why I wanted to do this series, because I wanted to do a series where I talked everything about Uncharted 4, every little detail, every little announcement, go into depth with all the trailers, and even do live feeds of me watching the trailers for the first time. Because I remember when I watched the E3 trailer for Uncharted 3 for the first time, when I got home that day and I jumped on the computer. I went on my brother's computer just because it would be easier to do that because it was already on, instead of turning mine on, waiting for it to turn on. And my jaw dropped and I was like, oh my god, like 100 times in that trailer. When they showed Chloe was back in the game, when Elena was back in the game. At the end, when you saw that first little bit of the plane sequence, I went nuts watching that trailer. So I would love to do live feeds of me watching the trailer for the first time. I could do that. But I'm really excited for Uncharted 4, obviously. And like I said, I've been holding off for I wanted to hold off a few more weeks before I started the series, but all of this Savage Starlight rumors and Naughty Dog getting back in the game, then finishing off Uncharted 3's multiplayer support, pretty much it's over now. They're still going to do a tiny bit of support, but the main support with like patches and constant support and everything, that's all over. It's time for Naughty Dog to move on, and I know for a fact they're gonna. Even if it's not Uncharted 4, I'm certain it's Uncharted 4, but even if it's not and it isn't actually a new IP next month, or this month, when they reveal it, then, better yet. Now, in the reality that if that actually does happen, if there is a new IP from Naughty Dog, I'll probably just do it on that series. I'll probably be like, say for example, I know it's not going to be this anymore, but say if it was Savage Starlight was the game they were making, I'll just change the series name to Everything Salvage Starlight. But I make a few things a little awkward for the first couple of episodes when I keep saying Uncharted 4. But trust me, it's going to be Uncharted 4. and I'm really excited. So thanks for watching. I'm MegaGamer. This was the introduction to the Everything Uncharted 4 series. The next few episodes will be involving things like, you know, basically my proof on why I know Uncharted 4 is going to come really soon, and just talking about other things like maybe what do you want Uncharted 4 to be called? Yeah, you want it to be called Uncharted 4 Sully's Erection, because that was the top comment in one of my videos, and now that's the desktop. That's my desktop on the computer. Uncharted 4 Sully's Erection. I'm not joking. But yeah, I should also point out before we move on to the rest of the series, you know, outside of the introduction, another main reason I'm doing this is because my Uncharted 4 video, I made an Uncharted 4 video called Uncharted 4 Top 5 Tips. You may have heard of it. I got about close to 23,000 views now. Definitely, easily my most successful video. Almost 80 comments, about 40-ish likes, I think. And yeah, 23,000 views. That's pretty damn successful in my books. But yeah, that was one of the main influences as well, because that video did so successfully and got such great positive feedback that I actually wanted to do more like videos on Uncharted 4. But that was the top comment on that video. I'll have a link to it at the end of the video, but the top comment, which has about 48 likes I think, is Uncharted 4 Sully's Erection, and because of that I've now got that as my desktop. So thanks for watching. I'm MegaGamer, and hopefully Uncharted 4 is announced within the next several weeks, and when it is, I'll be there to tell you everything that's announced. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.